You already know what it is. It's your brother, Virgil Berry, aka Stats with the Facts, man. And we here, man. Tap in and walk with us, man. Smash that like button, click the bell, subscribe to the page.
Hey, Real Talk Podcast.
Yeah. What up? It's your brother, Virgil Berry, aka Stats with the Facts. And y'all know y'all tapped in, tuned in to another episode of A Real Talk pre-recorded situation. First things first, all praises be to the Most High. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering. Now, some of y'all might have heard about this story. A brother out of Miami, Florida, went to go pick his son up, his toddler son, from daycare. And them people sit up there, had that young brother dressed up in a princess dress, without his father's permission. Now, he's going viral for recording that, and basically, and if you ask me, the brother was very respectful. He was very cool about the situation. Probably a lot less more aggressive than I would have been, that's for sure. So shout out and kudos to that brother for handling himself respectably, assertively, as a man and father. I appreciate and respect that. But this brings attention to this whole LGBTQ, LMNOP, barbecue committee agenda situation. This is this whole thing where we can convince children that they're different than what they are, making little boys think they can be girls or making little girls think they can be boys, which is totally out of proper structure and order, and it's very, very demonic. Right? Now, you got some people when it comes to this situation who think that it's okay for little boys to wear dresses. They think there's nothing wrong to have little boys dressing up in females' clothes, and vice versa as with the young sister as well, having them dressed up in young boys or males' clothes. And let me just tell y'all this, man. Right? That's out of structure and order. And we gotta understand what the end game is with this agenda. I keep telling y'all that when it confuse us about sex, it's not about having the right to be who you are and express yourself and your creativity and your own. No, it ain't about none of that. This whole agenda, this LGBTQ, LMNOP, barbecue committee agenda, ain't got nothing to do with equality, fairness, expression, self-expression. Ain't got nothing to do with any of that. It's all about confusion. Especially the children, right? Confusing them about who they are and what they are in this society concerning their gender, so they can be used to living in a society where there is no gender. Right? And this is when I get to talking about the metaverse. Right? Now, I don't want to move too far ahead. I want to keep it to the topic at hand. It is totally irresponsible, disrespectful to manhood and the proper structural order thing, which is God, man, woman, child, to ever tell a little boy that he, for one, is in the wrong body. That's just wrong to tell any kid that. So shout out to Trump for enforcing that and going to put his foot on that, down on that when he gets in office. But it is also very disturbing. I call it child abuse. To sit up here and play into the imaginations of a young child who really doesn't have an understanding of reality or things of the world as far as gender is concerned. You know, making the little boy believe or confusing or convincing or trying to manipulate him into thinking he could actually be a little girl, or that it's okay with him dressing up and doing things that little girls do, and vice versa. It's totally, utterly wrong, and I want y'all to understand why they're doing it. Like I said, this ain't got nothing to do with people being who they are, expressing themselves, being the best version of themselves, living their truth. It ain't got nothing to do with any of that, man. It's all about confusion. And it's all about specifically and especially confusing these kids, like I said, have to confuse them about gender, specifically their own gender, so they can be used to living in a society where there is no gender, therefore making it that much easy for them to be synced and linked to the smart grid and to interact and engage in digital spaces, holographic spaces like the metaverse. They're already doing it with things like Roblox, things like Minecraft, Fortnite, and whatever online gaming that these kids are involved with now, right? So I want y'all to be able to understand, and I always make this comparison because the two are intricately woven into each other. They are symbiotic of each other. The transgender agenda is being used to bring in the transhumanism agenda, right? I've spoken on this many times. I'm going to continue this. And it starts with stuff like telling little boys it's okay for them to wear a dress, or putting them in these clothing without their parents, specifically father's permission. Y'all got to be able to see how this is connected in so many different ways. Destroying masculinity. I could just go on and on and on. But shout out to that brother from Florida for standing on business respectfully, right? Because he was a lot more calm and nice than I would have been. I'm telling you right now. Hey man, scriptures say, man, we shouldn't be wearing women's clothes and women shouldn't be wearing our clothes, man. Flat out. You know what I mean? And I think we get into those times where, you know, we gotta really start getting ourselves right with the Most High, because, you know, all have fallen short and have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. I'm gonna just leave y'all with that, man. Listen, man, keep the little boys in boys' clothes. Keep the little girls in girls' clothes. Don't be sitting up there, and this is what I say about these schools, these perception programming prisons. We have the nerve to call schools, or Institute of Education and Learning. Listen, man, this is where it starts. The indoctrination is always going to start at the schools, where the kids is getting most of their perception of reality. So any school district that advocates for kids taking hormone blockers, surgeries, telling kids that they're not in the right body, take your school kid out of that school, and we need to be voting on getting those schools shut down. Trump already said he was going to make it totally illegal for these ideologies, this doctrine, this curriculum to be in any school system, right? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, and of course, share in social engineering.